Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. P with Mr. P Explores, and we have taken the time to come back to a place that started it all. We are here at Hillandale Park to check out the bridge, this time with way better equipment and possibly some other exploration items that we're going to take a look at back here. So if you remember our trip to the Hillandale Park Bridge, we are going back. For those of you just joining us for the first time, the Hillandale Bridge was actually built in the 1920s as part of a snazzy housing development that was going in here in Euclid, Ohio. And then the Depression hit, and the bridge was left back here abandoned. It's a pretty cool construction. We're going to take a look at that and some other things as well. So follow us along the path here on the red brick road, and we will take you over to the bridge and see what else we can find today. As you can see, the brick road comes down off of Euclid Avenue here in Euclid, and all along you see these brick structures. These used to be actual lighting with metal poles that used to go up, possibly even gas lighting. And all that are left now are the foundations of these. So as we head up the hill here, you'll see another one there. So up ahead is the actual bridge, up over this top, and we'll show you what's left. So when you reach the top of the hill here in Euclid, the end of Hillandale Drive, we go right into the thick of things. The bridge is right over here. Solid 1920s construction, still here, most of it. Parts of it have fallen down into the creek below, but most of it's still here. Just watch your step. As we look over the edge, you can see just how amazing this structure is. We'll actually take a look down there later on in our video. Looking down here, we have a nice big hole right down to the bottom. So this end of the bridge was supposed to have led into a housing development that was never built for the rich and somewhat famous folks of Euclid. Never got built. The bottom dropped out, the economy tanked, and it was all left here. We are going to head back up this trail to see what else might be here left over from those days. But first we're going to take you down to the bottom of the bridge and check out what's left downstairs. Right about here, looks like there may have been some kind of ornamentation or even lights. This would have been a great place for a light pole. I'm guessing there's probably wiring down inside this column. And this whole thing would have been lit at one point. Imagine cars of the 1920s driving across this. I could totally see that. We are going to continue heading into Hillandale Park and see what else we can find beyond the bridge. So follow along and let's see what we can dig up. According to the rumors, there are WPA items back here from the 30s. We'll see. So just beyond the bridge, up into what would have been this ritzy subdivision, we have concrete and asphalt. So this must have been at one point an actual road that had been prepared for homes. As we head off towards I-90, you can hear it in the distance. According to Google Earth, there's some things back here lurking in the bushes. We'll see if we can find them. And a little further down the trail, we find these two stones that are obviously carved. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. This one almost looks like part of a pillar. Got a couple other stones here. So this must have been just a cast-off area for stones, maybe a construction area at one point. If anybody knows, any Euclid historians here, let us know in the comments below. And when exploring, it's usually a pretty good indication. Where there's smoke, there's fire, so there's probably more stuff to find back here, and we'll go look for it. Walking further in, this looks like what might have been a fence post at one time, or a gate where a chain might have been hung. And as we move further back, there's another one. So this might have been an area, gated off area at one point. There's more brickwork back here that I can see. Lots of bricks. Maybe there was a house back here at one point, or the beginnings of a house. And this tree is just too cool not to record. That's an old concrete. This must have been a house or a structure. Foundation. But to what, I'm not sure. Some old ceramic pipe. And it marches off all the way back there. But hopefully you guys can see this in the video, but there's a ton of old brick just laying here. So this had to have been either a staging area for construction at one point, decades ago, or the remains of an old house. All back beyond Hillandale Park. Although I'm sure in those days they did not have I-90 right next to them. When you get in closer, you can see this. It had to have been part of a foundation of some kind. Concrete slab. Old brickwork. Oh, these adventures feel like Indiana Jones, but without the Nazis and face melting. You never know what you're going to find in the middle of nowhere. And we keep going, and it just gets better, because over here is the foundation we've been looking for. Jackpot. This, my friends, would have been a house. Or perhaps a loading dock or a basement. Look at that. It's not the Ark of the Covenant, but by golly, it's an awesome find. And right here, scant feet from I-90, just more and more keeps coming out of the woods here. We have an entire brick structure falling apart here. This was definitely a house, maybe even a mansion. I don't know, but it just keeps going and going and going. There's more over here. Perhaps it was the guest house. So who knows how long this has been back here. We'll have to find a date if we can. But it's definitely a brick house. Just bricks everywhere. This foundation keeps on going. This had to have been a mansion of some kind. Definitely a fancy house. What you're looking at here is the actual concrete pad this was probably built on. So underneath the leaves and dirt, we'd probably find more concrete. As you can see, this was one large house. Right next to I-90, where nobody probably knows it is, except for a few locals that have hiked back here. Really impressive stuff. Just goes to show you never know what you're going to find when you go out into the woods. May not be Egyptian ruins, but it's pretty exciting. Harrison Ford, eat your heart out. Further on up here, we have even more rubble. Another building. Not quite as big. And the ruins back here get more and more extensive as we go. I don't know if this was a cellar or a well. If anybody knows, let us know. It's like four corners to something here. And here we have something metal frame of something here. No idea what this structure could have been. A series of houses, one house. Rumor had it there was a nursing home back here at one point, a psychiatric hospital. Down in the valley, we have what looks like another bridge abutment. Let's go check that out. And just when we thought we were all done, we find even more. Old foundations, an old slab. And an even bigger surprise for all of you viewers out there, check this out. An old bridge. Which of course we're going to take a look at. Very old bridge. So much stuff back here. This is definitely going to warrant a return. Feels like we've only chipped the surface of what's behind Hillandale Bridge. All of this wreckage. Okay, so we've seen Hillandale Park, but much to our surprise, what did we find but another roadway that used to lead up the hill. So we're going to take a walk up here and see what we can find. A very old fire hydrant of some kind, perhaps. The road that time forgot. There were rumors that there was an old psychiatric hospital up here somewhere. I don't know whether that's true or not, but this could have been an entrance to that hospital, possibly. Nobody's been up this way in a long time, car-wise. So we'll see what's up here. And at the top of this mystery road, we have yet another fire hydrant. So this must have been a street of some kind. And if you look back into the woods really closely, there is a chimney back there. Old chimney. I don't know if that's private property or not, but we're going to try to take a look at it if we can. And down in the ravine where we were looking down from before, we were all the way up there earlier on. You can see a whole ton of ruins down here. It looks to be pipes or some kind of chimney. The icing on the cake is this pipe, which leads right up to what looks like an old pump. Follow this old pipe across the creek. Beautiful little bit of fencing here, and what appear to be wells. Just built along the side of the creek here. And from the top of the hill where we were at the Mystery Road, there were two abutments that lead right across the creek to another set that led up to where we were at earlier. So there must have been another bridge planned for this section of what was supposed to be a glamorous subdivision, but never built. And this looks mysteriously like a well of some kind, with a really cool brick structure all the way around it, and this large pipe coming out of the side. If you look further down the hill, you can see another pipe right about there. I don't know if that's connected to it. Precariously perched on the side of this hill. All the best stuff seems to be right in the middle of the muddiest areas. But that's why it's called adventure and exploration. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of the line here at Hillandale Park and beyond. We've seen some really cool things today that I did not know existed, and got them here all for you on record. So check them out, enjoy. Hope you enjoyed our little trek through the mud for some history. And again, if you know anything about these places that we've seen, please chime in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you in the next adventure. As always, I will tell you to keep on exploring wherever you go.